afternoon, everybody. So our little gangster was laying down when I got here today. So I thought I'd just show you, without interrupting him, this little guy is very confident with me in his space. If you've got a foal that's not quite so confident in your space, you're best not to approach them while they lay down. If they lay down while they're standing with you and you're with them, then that's cool. But if they're not confident with you in their space, then don't get down with them, because you will just scare them and create a negative pattern. What I want to show you today is some of the things I want to check. So when I'm rubbing him all over, I'm touching, all different parts of his body. I'm touching his feet, under his tail, and that leg, that foot there. And what I'm looking for, so rubbing over the ears, and dropping my hand over both ears, like I was putting a halter or bridle on. And what I'm looking for is any sort of negative reaction. So if I come over his face, so there he's pulling away. So I just leave my hand on there until he relaxes, and then I take my hand away, all right? So it's when you stop doing what you're doing that he learns. So again, I'll go over the face. If he reacts, which he's not, he's a little there, then I just take it off. Oh, I brushed his nose. There, that's a whole lot better. So as you can imagine, when I'm haltering or bridling this horse later in his life, if he reacts to this and pulls away now, he's absolutely going to react and pull away when I'm bridling him when he's older. So I want to make sure all of those reactions are out of him while we're at this early stage, and they're nice and easy to handle. I do spend time just laying down with just sitting with them while they're sleeping. It's a good bonding experience for you, more than the horse. They're just snoozing, but it's a really nice thing for you to be able to spend time with them. So again, let your baby be confident before you step in, and step in from behind, back here, not in front of the feet, never in front of their face. Come in from behind, just rub them and make sure they're okay before you step right into where I am now. I'm going to see if I can get down with him. Again, I'm always going to try and touch every part of him that I can and make sure I haven't got any negative reactions. Good boy. And as you can see, somebody just arrived in the paddock, which is fine. He just jumped up, which is no problem at all, except if he knocks that over. Good boy. He likes the camera. So I'm just going to take this opportunity now. We just had somebody arrive around the corner and gave him a little bit of a start, and that's okay. I'm just going to back him up so you can see I've got the chest rope on here, and I'm just putting pressure on for every step. There, there, good boy. So he's got the back up pretty well down pat now, and I'm just going to pop the bum rope on him. Good boy. And you've got a nice close vision now, so you'll see now I'm going to, I was going to ask him to step to the left, he already did it. I'm going to pop the rope over the left. Jade, if you want to just come in and pop that camera up a little. Good boy. Just tip it up a little bit, a little more. Awesome, thank you. Great vision here. If I just put that rope on that side, pop a little pressure on, if he steps across as he did, there to me, I quit. Same thing on the other way. If he steps across that way, a little too much bend there. That was a little backwards. There. Good boy. Perfect. Ask him to come forward now. So weight on his bum rope. Can you come forward, little man? Have a scratch, of course. Make sure that rope doesn't get caught in their feet. Wait for me. Thank you. I'll just tip him back towards me a little. Come back here. Good boy. And now just ask him forward. His mum's behind him, so this is the hardest way to do it. If his mum was in front of him, it's a whole lot easier. So I'm going to turn him around when I get him going. Here we go. Again, he's not allowed to lean on me. Remember yesterday, he loves to lean on the mare as he goes forward with her. There we go. Watch my hand closely as I get him to come forward. I release that pressure off that rope. Step him forward. Good boy. Step forward. Good boy. And as I turn him around here, there he's calling for his mum. Remember what I said yesterday? He's just gotten up from a sleep. Oh, he's just gotten up from a sleep. So at no point do I want to stop him working with his mum and going in for a drink as soon as he gets up. Again, he called out to her, she called to him, so he needs her. I let her go. I'm going to take that opportunity to stop now and just change. I've got a camera person here to help me, so I'm just going to swap that over. We'll let him have a drink and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so now he's back up again. He's up and had his drink and he came straight back over to me. So it's a good opportunity. As I said to you yesterday, I only work with a foal when they come to me. I don't try and go and catch it. I want to teach him that he can come to me anytime. So now we're going to start the walking forward process, and I've just set him up so that he's actually heading towards the camera, but he's supposed to be heading towards his mum, and that helps with their confidence. If they're heading towards something that they want to be with, it's going to make it a whole lot easier. And I'm going to show you a little bit of footage of when we moved them into this paddock actually on day one. And a lot of people leave the foal to follow the mare, but we were crossing a road, and on either side of the road were some fairly big ditches, and I didn't want anything to happen. He's a brand new foal. Brand new foals at a day old don't follow mum terribly well. They're not bonded as well, so I put the foal wrap on him and I got him moving with me really well, but it was super easy because mum was moving forward. So again, set your foal up for success. Set up things that are nice and easy for it to do. So I'm going to ask him to go forward here with me now. Notice also, before when I was filming, I was on the on-side. I'm now on the off-side. Again, remember yesterday, we don't want one-sided foals, so do everything on both sides. He just wants to come to the camera. Come with me. To stop him, he's stopping really well with me. So, but if they start to bolt forward, which he did, you saw yesterday, I just put the brakes on with that chest rope. Walking forward, good boy. Good boy. There you go. And again, I'm trying to get him to not bump me if I can. They do like to bump you and lean on you a little bit, so I'm just trying to get out of his way a little bit and teach him to come with me without bumping me. Good boy, well done. Do a little back up. The rope's tickling him, so he's playing with the rope. All right, now ask him to back up. Good boy. He's got to back up pretty well. Down pat now. Oh. Play with the branches. Good boy. Alright, so while I've got him here again, I'm going to get him to yield left and right. So now I'm on his right side, I can get him to yield right. So pressure on the rope, not a lot. Waiting for him to step towards me. As soon as he does, I release that rope. That was a perfect yield. Good boy. Again, step him towards me. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to swap sides behind him. Go. Good man. Yielding now to the left. That was a bit backwards, so we do it again. There we go. Beautiful. And all I'm after is that front foot to step towards me or away from me, no matter what I'm yielding. All right. I'm just going to pop our tail rope back on because I'm going to bring the halter out for him. He's trying to encourage me to give him a scratch on the bum. Give him a little one to keep him happy. Good boy. Good boy. the halter. I am not forcing it on his face. I want him to find the hole. So I hold it up and there he is already pushing into it. He's actually stepping into it and nudging it. Putting it in his mouth again, which is perfect. So we have our horse accepting a bit at 3 days old. Having a little chew on it, which is fantastic. If I drop that out of his mouth. There we go, hold it again. Perfect. Good boy. Drop that out, drop it in. Now I know it seems a lot like a coincidence, but that's actually the bitting movement. So I'm teaching a horse from the very beginning of its life that there's no stress involved in having that put in his face like that. All right, I'm just going to let my rope wrap drop. Pop it over his nose. He reacts to it, remember, wait, and then release. Pop it over his nose. He's wanting to play with it. Wait. As soon as he calms, release. Good boy. Good boy. Back with him. Wait until he calms into it. There we go. As soon as he got calm, I dropped that rope. Good boy. Again, mum's calling. If he wants to go, I let him go. Don't want to create any stress. So he's going to have another drink, we'll have a break, and then we'll come back when he's ready to go again. Just press stop. Alright, so we're back. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to work with his feet. Good boy. So what I'm after is a positive response. I'm not after him picking his feet up at all. All I'm after is for him not to stamp his foot or kick at me or pull his feet away. So I'm just going to see if I can twist him around here. So I'm going to do our first hindquarter yield. Here we go. There, good boy. He's good at this stuff. This one. There, good boy. Alright, so I'm just going to start at the top, running my hand down. Now if he doesn't pick his feet up, that's a good thing, because I don't want him to react. If he stamps his foot, I'm going to keep rubbing. Alright, so because he didn't react to that, again remember he was imprinted by me touching all of this. So now I'm going to just squeeze behind his knee until he picks that foot up. Like that, but I'm not going to grab it. Alright, do not grab the foal's foot when they take their pressure off. Again, I'll rub down, squeeze just at his chestnut, wait for him to take the weight off it there, and release. Good boy. Same with the back foot. I want to see that he doesn't react to touch first. And he's not, he's amazing. Then I'm going to squeeze just at the hock until he picks that up. There, and release. Good boy. Again, squeezing just at the hock until he picks it up. There, release. Swap to the other side. Good boy. And hopefully you can see from here, run my hand down, make sure he's not reactive to begin with. Can't believe he's not. Squeezing the hock. There, he picked it up, I release. Again. So if he leans on me, I'm just going to pop him back. There, good. Squeeze. Release. Good boy. This one. Put my hand down it. Good boy. Squeeze the chestnut. I'm going to react to that. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Rub. Squeeze. There. Good boy. Let's go forward, good boy. So his halt is really, really good. He's asking for a drink, so I quit. Good boy. And that's enough for that one session. So you saw him at one point there when I was doing one back leg, he did a little kick up with both legs. Now, a lot of people will rouse on a foal for that. I won't unless it was actually really deliberately aimed at me and I was behind him at the time. He's learning to pick his feet up, so I expect him to be a little bit reactive. So I'm just going to continue what I'm doing and ignore that unless it becomes a repetitive behaviour. He starts doing it a lot, and then I will back him up. All right, best result to get a horse's bum on the ground is to back them up, and you'll see that at some stage of the training. We'll actually do that. They all start to double barrel a bit. It's fun, it's playful, and we have to teach them pretty quick not to do that. So I could have done the lay down, missed out on it. That's okay. Yeah, so don't be overreactive to a foal at this age. When they get a little bit bigger, so when they're sort of 2 to 3 weeks old, we can start to put some rules in place where we know that's not allowed. But at this age, we don't want any negative responses, so we just want to allow a foal to be foal, put the training on top of what they're doing already and learning already, and Bob's your uncle. So that's day 3. Again, really simple, working on his timelines, just adding things in. You saw how well he yielded and how well he came forward compared to yesterday. They really should get better, twice as good tomorrow as they are today. If they are, then that shows your timing's good. If they go backwards, just continue until it's good and leave it alone. So that's day 3. We'll see you for day 4 tomorrow. Cheers, guys.